Oh, that's a great angle. Are you gonna do this again this whole time? Good. There we go. I don't know what is going on with our internet. Hey, girl. That's really annoying. How you doing? Really, Dars? Yeah, I haven't heard from you for a couple days, I don't think. Have I? Let's see. Okay. Situated. Wait, what? My mom passed away on the 17th. I found her cold. Sarah, I'm so sorry, honey. Oh my gosh, what happened? Oh. I'm so sorry. That just breaks my heart for you. Oh my goodness. Do you want to talk about it? Oh, I'm so sorry. Very sad and traumatic. Yeah. She was sick and weak. We think heart failure, possibly. I am so sorry, girl. How are you breathing? Wow. What can we do for you? You want to talk more about it? Oh gosh. How old was she? And when are they going to find out? Are they going to, did they, I mean, that was, 2 weeks ago, I think, right? Math? Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Did they do an autopsy or are they just gonna leave it like that? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, did you have the funeral ready? Do you want to talk about how, anything you want to talk about? God, can't imagine. The doctors didn't help her or x-ray her lungs, but I've been having bad anxiety. They're doing an autopsy. Okay, that's good. They're doing an autopsy. It's understandable you're having anxiety, and that sucks that the doctors didn't help her or x-ray her lungs. Do they think it could be corona? Where do you live? I don't even know what to say. I'm so sorry, honey. Ugh. I can't even. Cammy, it's your birthday. Okay, hold on. I'll sing to you after I'm done talking to Sarah. Her mom just died, so I'll talk about that. Or maybe I'll sing while Sarah types. I don't know. God, I just don't even. I'm having to deal with legal stuff for the house, and I don't think she had it. Okay, so you don't think it was corona? What else have you guys had? The funeral? Tell me if you want to talk about that or not. Cammy, I miss you. You have sex updates? That's amazing. Do you know you put the asterisks around the word instead of the middle like you usually do? Just wondering if you noticed that. Okay, let me talk to Sarah first, and then I will open the floor because I was going to do that. I was going to do a Tell Me Your Woes live stream. Maybe I should go retitle it that actually. Okay, so I haven't been. Okay, hold on. So I haven't had time to grieve. She's going to be cremated. She didn't want anything big, but she loved gardening, might use her ashes for a tree or something. We're not sure. That's a good idea. I've never heard of that. That's brilliant. I've never even thought of that. Like mixing it in with the stuff that grows a tree. That's a brilliant idea. That is so sweet. She loved gardening, so you're gonna try and plant a tree with her in it. That would be amazing. Wow. That's okay, Cammy. You're good. No, don't be sorry. There's something about life. So you haven't had the funeral then, right? Are you with family? Do you have family? But my man of 10 years has been helping a lot. That's good. That's good. So you do have some support, right? Did you finish?
Or this evening. I gotta glue a couple pieces so I gotta let that set before I can start staining it. I only got one pulled in today though. You're right, this was gross.
Oh, will you take a stick out? I was gonna let it soften. With that banana bread. Take a half stick out. That's amazing, baby. That's his progress. He's making himself some ukulele stands and making them look like tikis. My aunt lives close to me, but not close with family, but I consider my boyfriend's family mine also. That's good. So you do have a lot of support, but you haven't been able to grieve yet. So sorry, honey. I don't even know what to say. I'm so sorry. Sarah's mom died.
What?
She found her cold.
Found her what?
Cold.
Oh man. That sucks. Sorry, Sarah.
They're doing an autopsy right now. And then they're gonna cremate her, and I guess her mom was a gardener, like your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna cremate her and put some of her ashes in with like to grow a tree. Like how you would grow a tree, put her ashes in there too. So that tree will be part of her.
That's cool.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, I've seen some of that kind of stuff before.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
That's awesome. She's going to be 55 April 1st. Oh no! Tomorrow's her birthday? Oh. Oh. That's tough.
Where does she live?
I don't know. I know, Amber. I'm trying to take it one at a time. Oh, there's a lot of people here. What? What are you doing? Can you guys see me? Because the phone looks like it's paused, but the iPad looks like it's not. Can everyone see me? Hello? There we go. We're back. Okay. I'm not doing that video, by the way. I asked.
F.
She agrees with you.
Oh.
I was gonna film a video for you tonight, but I'm not going to anymore, so never mind. Okay, can you guys see me? Why does it keep pausing? My phone is showing that it's paused, but I don't think it is because the iPad looks fine. I'm so confused. You can see me, it's not paused. Okay, as long as you can see me, tell me if that stops. Well, Sarah, we're here for you, and I'm so sorry that this happened. I don't even have like words because it's just so unfair. Yes, please send her prayers, good thoughts, whatever you do, please send them Sarah's way. That's just so hard. Can't imagine. Let me make sure she's okay, and then we'll So cute. Cammy. That's why I love you. Sarah, I'm so sorry I don't know you, but I love you. I think I'm an OG Shanny Panties. Yep. If you need help, I'm always here for you. You totally are. I think you got here a year in, maybe?
Hearing?
A year in. Can you still not move your neck?
I'm just taking it easy. I can move it.
Why is it still stiff? I rubbed it for an hour.
Well, you don't really. Curious. We'll talk about that later.
Oh no, I hate myself. Sometimes I don't realize what I'm saying till it's halfway through. So, sorry, Mom, if you're watching. Okay, Sarah, yeah. I hope everyone stays safe, please. I'm going to try different medication techniques. I'm gonna hurt myself. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not gonna hurt myself. I read that wrong. I was like, no, you're not. I'm not gonna hurt myself because I know she's not in pain and I wouldn't want me to hurt myself. And she wouldn't want that for you either. You know she's with you and she'll always be with you. Always, honestly, so. We love you. Okay, Cammy, it's your birthday. How old are you turning? I'm going to sing to you. Since I removed my teeth, that's how long you've been with me? Oh, I thought it was longer than that. Oh no, that's about right. How long? When did I remove my teeth? When did I start? I started June 2015. Huh. So you've been here a long time, is the point, really. But how are you old? That's not a word. 26. You're 10 years younger than me. Wow. Cool. Just kidding. Okay. I'm going to go call it a night early. Good idea, Sarah. My chronic pain is hurting me. Good tonight. Everyone, thank you for the love. Well, we love you. Hang in there. Take care. If you feel like coming back and talking about it anytime when you see me live, please do. And we'll try and be here as much for you as much as we can. So, big hug, internet hug to Sarah and her whole family and all the people that are affected by this. And I love you. We all love you. I am 35. I'll be 36 this year. Blech. Okay, are you ready, my dear? Okay. I haven't seen you forever. I'm trying to remember things about you so that I can sing about them. But you haven't been here for a long time and I have a terrible memory. I'll do my best. Here we go. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy 26th birthday, dear Camille. Camille, but I call you Cammy and I started way too high. Thank you for being my daughter. You were the first one that was like, Shanny, you feel like a mommy to me. And then that filled my heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can be a mother figure to somebody. And you're the first one that did that. And then it started this whole thing that everyone started calling me mommy just because you did. And so it was really, really cute. But you're the one that started it. And I really appreciate it. So thank you for that. And thank you for being so strong. And thank you for being so beautiful. And thank you for being here for us and for always supporting me and for always doing wonderful things for yourselves in your lives and for staying strong when things are hard. I'm really, really proud of you and I'm glad that you're back. I missed you and I hope you'll come around more often. And I just love you so much and thank you for all that you've given to me and my community and thank you for being you and I hope you have the best birthday ever and I hope you eat whatever cake you want and don't feel guilty at all and I hope everyone in your family spoils you rotten and I hope you get to do something that you want to do because you deserve it so much because I love you so much and I love you and I miss you forever and ever. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Cammy. Yeah. Happy birthday. Oh, for those that don't know, that's how that didn't go far. That's how I sing happy birthday. We started doing that on the Instagram. I think I've only done it like a couple times here. So for those that are new, if it's your birthday, tell me it's your birthday and I'll sing to you just like that. And the better I know you, the longer it usually is, but I don't know. Anyway.
What she said.
You said that's what she said. Funny. You're so funny. So earlier my mom dropped us off. You're welcome. Happy birthday. a care package, which was so sweet. And I told you she dropped me off some potatoes, but it wasn't potatoes. I opened it up and it was actually her homemade banana bread, which is way better than potatoes. So I'm really stoked. We've already eaten like half of it. I'm not kidding. It's so good. And I'm about to eat some more. So I should not be a rapper. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. 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 Mm. Okay, Darcy was next. Tell us your sex news, and then I will pick someone to talk to for them to tell me their story, and I'll try and give some sort of advice because clearly I know everything in the world. So, okay, Darcy, your turn, girl. And then I'm about a year free from Ednos. Really? Everything is possible. That's amazing, Cami. That's incredible. I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. So I've seen a lot of woes tonight. Tell me your woes. Um, After Darcy tells us her update, because she was who I saw next, I'll pick somebody and just please, if I'm talking to one person about what they're going through, it's kind of really distracting when like a bunch of other people at the same time be like, well, I'm going through this and I'm going through this and help me with this and help me with this. Because I want to help every single one of you, but I can't do that all at once. And we only have enough time to help a few people at once. So just kind of jump on board. It will actually help you to help other people too. And also, maybe the advice I'm giving to somebody else, you could apply to you or something. But I'm not even a doctor or therapist anyway. So my advice is just like, but it's experience, I guess. So yeah. So anyway, all right, Darcy, let's tell us about your sexness. Okay. So in the past few days, many things have happened. We are states away and can't see each other in person because of Corona. But we said I love you for the first time over the phone. Did you already tell me that? Is that new? I don't remember where we left off. Okay. Did you have phone sex with him? That's new. Congratulations. Do people have phone sex if they haven't had real sex first? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. I mean, it's a fair question. You spat your water out. You're welcome. Yes, they do. Wait, how do they know how to do it if they haven't had sex yet? Wait, how do you have phone sex? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm just gonna shut my mouth because I feel like I'm gonna keep digging myself deeper and deeper, so never mind. Um, and what? You're driving me crazy. Well, do you have phone sex by, like, I think it's when, and we want mouth and hand stuff next time we see each other. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut till you finish. Because maybe you'll answer my question if I just be quiet. Messages aren't sending? Rude! Okay, message it to me on Instagram and I'll read it out loud. How about that? And while you're doing that, I'll ask everybody else, how do you have phone sex? Do you just like, I mean, what do you, I mean, you've been sexting a lot? What does that mean? What do you, like, I know what I've heard, but it doesn't make sense to me because how can it be sex if it's not that? Or we've talked about sex that we want. Is it just where you like, oh, okay. But doesn't it go beyond that? Because I know I've heard this somewhere. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Where I've heard this. Hold on. Is that really just all you do is just get your jollies off together on the phone? What's the point of that? I don't understand the point of that. And dirty talk? Oh, see, I'm not good at that kind of thing. I tried dirty talk one time with Jerry. That's a story. Oh man, it just all keep flooding back. What is wrong with me? I am, long distance relationships. What, in your opinion? I think a lot of the comments are not coming through. So try and censor what you're saying a little, maybe. Even though I literally, oh, she's messaging me. Hold on. Okay. She said, yes, LOL, that's what phone sex is. Thanks, girl. Basically, my boyfriend and I have been sexting, and we talked about having sex in the future and doing mouth and hand stuff first. In person is what you mean. I thought you meant over the phone, which I was confused about, because I'm like, how would you do mouth stuff? Or would you just like, and then just have him come on the screen? Or that's literally what went through my brain when you said that you were going to try mouth stuff. That's literally what went through my brain. I don't feel like I should be allowed on the internet anymore in person. Okay, you're gonna have to wait a long time. Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Remember the one time I tried to talk dirty talk to you?
I remember you tried, yeah.
At Lake Powell? Do you remember that?
I think we didn't end up doing anything because I was laughing too damn hard.
Yeah, because he was laughing. You heard what he just said? He said, I don't think we ended up doing anything because I was laughing too hard.
But it was cute.
It wasn't cute. It was something that would have worked for me. I just didn't think that you thought that differently from what I had thought, and it would have worked for me. But he just started laughing at me. I can't give a proper blowjob. I can't do sex talk. Apparently I can't do sexting because I don't even understand how it works. I can't do anything sex related. Let's just be real. I have a question about Sabrina. Did you her? Did I her? Did I her? Did you her? Do you mean hair? Here? Hair? Here? I don't know what that means. What did I say? It's actually really stupid. But when I'm not loopy, I promise. That's the thing, I'm not even loopy. I mean, I might be in a minute, but not right now, I'm not loopy. Should I tell them? It's actually really embarrassing, isn't it? Danny?
I don't know why you're holding back now.
I know, I don't know why either, but I am, because this one really is embarrassing. Just because it's so stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, here's what happened. Okay, we'll do this story time. Then depending on what mood we're all in, once it's over, this is not the blowjob story. This is a different story. The blowjob one is the worst though, for sure. That will always be the worst, best story of my sex life. Okay, so when we were first married, it would have worked for me. Okay. Wait, I don't think I've ever told this out loud. Maybe I have. I feel like I've told Instagram at one point forever ago, which means like 12 people heard it. Oh, I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate myself. Hold on.
It's just funny, babe.
Okay, Darcy, thank you. Okay, thank you. I don't think it's so dumb. Okay, we were, Okay, if my mother or you missed the blowjob story, we're getting a lot of new people, so I'm just gonna have to keep telling it. No, I haven't told it yet. This was a different story. So when we were first married-ish, I think, my family has this tradition of going to Lake Powell every year and spending a couple weeks on a houseboat that my stepdad rents it. What is that called? Timeshare. And I think you need to come tell it. I feel like.
I don't remember any of it.
Are you kidding? You don't even know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I remember you trying to do it, and I remember laughing, but I don't know what you said.
It was literally one line, and it was the stupidest thing ever. Okay, so when you go to Lake Powell on a houseboat and you're there for that long, you have to take a break. Like, you have to take the houseboat from where you parked it into the gas station to fill it with gas and water and oil and whatever. So, but when you do that, you risk losing the good spot that you found. So they always have some people stay back and hang out at the spot. So we did that. Danny and I held back. And the way that we were parked, it was like up against a big, rock. It's beautiful there. I don't know if you've ever been there. Beautiful red rock mountains and the most beautiful lake ever. And it's just so wonderful. And so, like, we were parked. I might have to draw a picture. Hold on. Maybe not. We were parked kind of behind another rock. So basically, from my point of view, the big houseboat took off. We were watching. It left, and then it turned a corner and went. And then I couldn't see it because there was like a big mountain there. Does that make sense? I could only see him for a little bit. So, so they left, and this is so dumb. This is so, I don't even want to say it's so cringy. It's so stupid. Okay, I hate this. So we were doing stuff. Baby, I can't do this. You have to come see it. If I tell you the line, you'll remember, and then you can just tell it. It's so dumb. I feel so stupid right now. Come save me.
Got it.
Come save me.
Baby, I don't even remember it.
All I have to do is whisper in your ear the line, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember. Because it was so dumb. I thought it would be sexy, but it wasn't. I can't see it. I hate myself right now. Okay. So dumb. Come in here. At least sit by me while I tell it.
She didn't just tell the damn story.
At least come sit by me while I tell it. It's so dumb. I hate myself. Come in here.
Got it.
It's so dumb. Oh no. Okay. So they leave. I need you in here, please. Even just come sit by me. I don't know what it is. I need moral support. I cannot admit another stupid thing that I said. Get in here, please.
Holy Judas.
Harley, I feel very gay today. Come here. Remember this? Do you not remember?
I don't even remember that.
What? You joke about this with me in bed now.
I do?
Yeah.
I guess I do.
Do you not remember this seriously?
No, I remember.
Now I feel even
No, I
stupider.
remember. Yeah, no, that's it.
I'm not even laughing. I feel stupid.
Just say it, just because you dread it out
You
so
tell
much.
him.
I'm not gonna say that.
It's so dumb. Okay. So the boat. Okay, go away then. Now you're making me nervous. Go away. Love you. So we were in the water. Oh, Maggie's here. Danny's little sister is here. Okay, Maggie, I need you to leave for 2 minutes and then come back. Come back in 2 minutes. This is a very quick story, okay? 2 minutes. Come back though, because I love you. Are you still here? Of course, Maggie would walk in right there. Okay, bye, I love you. So we're in the water and they had been gone on the boat to get gas for the houseboat for a couple hours. So we're like expecting them anytime. And we were bored. So we started, and we're in the water just playing around. And for some reason, I thought it would be sexy to be like, so dumb. I thought it would be really sexy to say, oh my gosh, I think they're coming. They're coming, Danny. I can hear them.
And you say it, it's funny.
I was like, they're coming. They're coming. Just look at his face. He looks over and they're not coming at all. Like they're not even coming. But for some reason, I don't know if I thought that would like speed up the process or if that would because all it did was make him, go the opposite. Because I'm literally like telling him that my parents, his in-laws are right there. They're around the corner watching me do things to him. And I just feel that's too much detail, sorry. But and he just looks around and obviously there's no boat and he looks back and he's like, what are you talking about? And by then he was. Here's why, okay? Here's why. There is a good reason behind this. Let me defend myself. Hold on. Because remember oh, I hate myself so hard. Okay, remember when when we were dating and it was really exciting because we wanted to wait until marriage to have sex. So every time we made out, it would always get really close. And that would be exciting to me of like, oh my gosh, my parents are upstairs and we're making out in my bed and we're getting really close to sex, but we're not doing it. That's so exciting knowing that like anyone could walk in on us or something like that. Like that's where my mind was, that I was like, ooh, how exciting would it be if I said my entire family is coming around the corner in the boat and watching us have sex in the water. I want to die. So anyway, needless to say, it didn't work. And
But we'll always have fun.
never did I say that again. Ever. But you have teased me about it a few times. If we're doing stuff, he'll be like, oh, they're coming. They're coming. Do you see how stupid it is? It's not even like clever. It's not even dirty. It's just stupid. It has nothing to do with sex. So, oh, I hate myself. Ew. Oh, I hope my mother's not listening. Because then if If we ever went to like Pelican, they would never leave us alone. Oh,
Everybody else has never done it up there. Come on.
my head hurts from laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. Why aren't the comments showing up for me? That scares me because I can see them up here but not down here. So I'm like, wait, where are we here? Calm down, Darcy. Okay, why aren't your comments staying up? Hold on, I might have to exit out and come back. On my phone, not on here. Hold on. I'm so weird. Why did I think that? He's like, talk dirty, say something dirty. I was like, they're coming. I suppose if you spelled it Cumming, that could be sexy. But for me to say, my family is coming. Okay, now they're caught up. That's better. Okay, now I'm gonna go read and be embarrassed. Oh, I hate myself. How long have we been married? We've been married for 15 years. 16 years in April. So this was probably
April?
13. Did I say April?
You sure did.
July. How did that happen? Wow. See, this is it's kind of sweet. I've said worse. That's funny. It's just so dumb. It was pointless. But I swear to you, in my head in the moment, I was like, this is he's gonna like be blown away by this because this is like the most clever way to do sexy talk without actually being dirty. Like this is so clever that I'm like trying to do some reverse psychology on him. Like, oh, my family's coming, so we better stop doing it, you know? I mean, haven't you ever been in a... should I talk about that? I'm just worried my family's watching. Have you ever been in a situation where things aren't happening fast enough, and so you're like, oh, I'll just imagine that it shouldn't because someone is gonna walk in? Oh, I guess that would be a turn off, huh? Why is that a turn on for me? That's not normal. That's not a normal thing. I'm gonna kill myself. I hate myself. Did you guys want to hear any other stories, or should we move on? Ah! Well, do you guys want to tell me your woes now, or wait, what? Why aren't these keeping up? I'm so frustrated. It's only keeping up on here. Something's got to be wrong with my phone because the phone is not. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna restart the whole thing. It's giving me troubles today, so I'll try and read on here. It's a turn on for you too? Okay, at least I'm not alone. At least there's one other person. You know? When things aren't happening, you're like, oh, what if someone walks in? Then I better hurry. Or, oh, you gotta stop. Someone's gonna walk in. And then reverse psychology. I swear to you, it worked for me at one point. I had my mom tell me and my wife to stop having sex because we were being too loud. Nice, good job. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. My mom would be horrified by half the things I talk about on the internet. Luckily, I don't think she understands how to watch live streams, and I don't think she watches my videos unless they're under like 15 minutes or something. So I don't think she goes back and watches, but just in case. Hi, Mom. I'm doing this for educational purposes to teach people what not to do since I was not taught what to do. not that I'm blaming you, but I'm sort of blaming you a little. So, love you though. I hate myself. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know what's happening. Oh. Disconnected till tomorrow? What? not a thing. Dang it. Okay, do I have my computer down here? You know where my computer is?
It's upstairs.
Do you want to come talk to them while I go get it? Or vice versa?
Yeah, go over and get it. Or whatever.
Either way. I need a snack though. Hold on. Oh, I'm frustrated that I can't see your comments when they come up. Mommy, can you match me with my future husband, Paul? Yes, Paul, meet Cammy. Cammy, meet Paul. She is 11 years younger than you, 8, 12 years. But she's very mature and very, my butthole hurts. That's not what she is. Cammy, German chocolate brownies, that sounds incredible. I never liked German chocolate cake growing up because it had coconut in the topping, and I don't like coconut. But then I got older, and my stepdad, that's his favorite cake, and now I love it. It's so freaking good. Holy crap. I was missing it the whole time. Thank you, darling. Oh. Lead us to guide us with your grace to the place. Do you still love me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what my mom made us. Banana bread. We've already eaten like a fourth of it. And by we, I mean Danny. I only have a little bit so far. Ow. Okay, let me pull up the computer now because my phone is being a butthole. So that's really cool. Love that. Just so I can see the comments better. No. How do I even do this? I never can figure it out. I hate using my computer because I suck at it. It stresses me out. It makes me feel stupid. Every time I use a real computer, it makes me feel stupid. I don't know why. Good banana bread. It'd be even better with butter. I'm like, oh, that's what I was gonna do. Come on! What is going on with all this stuff? Gotcha. The iPad or the computer isn't working either. Is our internet just done?
What?
The computer won't work either. Like with the internet. Okay. Okay. So I think I love you so much, Harley. I love you so much, everybody. But I want to pick someone who has not been picked yet to talk about what they're going through. Oh yeah, I could try. Is your phone working with the internet?
Seems to be.
Can I see it?
Wait a minute.
I don't know who that is. But I love you, Harley. Always. I love every single one of you. Is it working? Ask him out. He's right here. Where do you live, Cammy? Tootie patootie. It is your birthday, Paul. You might just have to give her a birthday present. If you know what I mean. Like a sweater. of Tiffany. I haven't seen her for a couple days. Has anyone heard from her? I need to message her. I'm not a very good friend. Is it working, honey? Bubba?
Hang on.
I just didn't know if you could hear me. So I was... Because you weren't... Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this isn't working. Okay, you had the cops called on you today? What happened? Okay, Audrey. You were a runaway adolescent? Why did you run away? How old are you? I've been there, by the way. That's happened to me too. So I want to know the story. I need to know how old you are. 14. What was your intent? Where were you going? How long were you gone before they called the police? And how did they know that you ran away? Because when you're a teenager, a lot of times parents don't realize until bedtime. And they're like, wait, why did she come home yet? Maybe not bedtime, but like dinner time. Like, how did they know? Long story, so you don't want to share it with us?
What do you need my phone for, babe?
I'm offering for you to be the next woe if you want to, Audrey, but you don't have to. What?
What do you need my phone for?
Because mine isn't pulling up so I can read my comments. Can you watch my live and see if the comments stay up? It's not that. This phone is just done. Let's see too. See if the comments stay caught up. It's really choppy. Pause it again.
No connection.
What's going on with our connection? It's just our internet.
100 million people are on the internet right now.
I don't think that's what it is. I think it's our connection. Because why aren't all of theirs slow if they're on the internet too? Well, okay, I'll try and read them up here. Oh, that's good, Paige. I have a video chat tomorrow with a therapist. Really proud of myself because I tend to be too anxious to do that kind of thing. That's awesome, Paige. I'm very, very proud of you. I can't wait to hear how it goes. Let us know. Come back and let us know how it went. That's awesome. Oh, there's Audrey. Okay. So while my parents were gone and I was home alone, my sister was at her boyfriend's house and I had a bad mental breakdown, trashing my room and screaming and crying, etc. A lot of self-harm. Okay. No. Just have to use yours then. That's a good question. Are you on lockdown? Where do you live? Cool, huh, Karina? I got it on Amazon. It was like $5, I think. Just type in Snow White Apple sticker or something. South Carolina. Okay. Then what happened? Anyway, I packed my bags because I felt like a burden on everyone and myself. I didn't know where I was going, to be honest. Okay. Then what happened? Who are you texting? Yourself? Is it paused again? Yeah, Leanie.
AT&T, you suck so much.
It's also the very end of the month. We're just probably out of data. And our Wi-Fi sucks. And it's been that way for a while. Because these phones are
Let's
old.
send it through. I don't
Because the
understand.
phones are old. That's why it works on here, but not anywhere else. Our phones are really old. Anyway, my parents got home and my sister and I were waiting for the door to be clear to walk out of it. And it took a while, but I agree too. With Leanie, sometimes we just need to let our feelings out and we can't around the people we love. I agree.
So you still got phone. Why isn't the text going through?
But Karina said to check your Facebook. She sent you a request a long time ago. He never checks that stuff. He's not huge on social media. He's really not. He gets on Facebook and just scrolls through his feed. That's it. He doesn't go look at notifications very often or anything like that. As I was walking down the stairs, my sister says, "Dad, she has a bag packed." So my dad walks in. He grabs the bag and says, "You aren't going anywhere." So I scream and say, "Let go. I'm leaving no matter what." Okay. Then what happened? I have not heard from her, but I've been thinking about her a lot too, and I kind of want to message her, not to be like super close like we were, but just kind of like check in and tell her a couple things and see how she's doing. So if anyone finds her, let me know. But I don't know.
Oh, you're what the hell? Your data was off.
Huh?
Like your cell carrier stuff was off.
How's that possible?
I have no idea. I wonder if you hit a button or something.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Someone type something. Let's make sure it's working. There we go. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Amber. You've done it before? Oh, I've never heard of that. I didn't know that's the thing. I guess that does make sense. All good now. You're supposed to meet last April. Never answer. Wait, who are you talking about? Bye, Amber. Love you, girl. It's okay, Emma. I'm glad you're here now. Don't ever apologize for needing to take care of yourself in your life. It comes first. And then my lives, of course. Interesting. Oh, Sabrina, duh. Oh, you were supposed to meet her. Oh, so you've tried messaging her and you can't find her? If you want to cut your hair short. If you're doing it because you're bored. I had a horrific dream that I was so bored that I chopped off my hair and I sobbed for days. So when I woke up, the first thing I did was like clench my hair. Well, actually it was in a bun, so I took it down and clenched and I was like, it was a dream. So just make sure you're ready. I don't know how long your hair is now. I don't know how short you're wanting to go. But I'm sure you could rock any length, so. Resting our Wi-Fi box? What? I don't even know what that means. No. He has my shirt and says, don't leave, but I ran out the door as fast as I can. Okay. When I cut my hair, it was the best decision I ever made. Love that. I wish I could. I'm not brave enough. But also I don't want to. But there are times where I want to, but I won't, you know? I think it's cute that my husband freaks, like, he just loves my hair. So if I even, like, joke about it, I'll be like, no, nope. Like, when I trim it myself, which I do, I'll usually trim, like, a couple inches at a time. And he notices every time. So I cut, just, like, a week ago, I cut, like, not much off. And he was like, did you cut your hair? And I was like, I just cut the ends off. And he was like, can you please not cut it any shorter? And I'm like, sure. He just loves my long hair. It's really cute. And that's good because I love it too. It's my security blanket. I can't imagine myself with short hair. It would be weird. Here. Oh, I have a lot of hair. Get in there. Get in there. Hold on. Wait. Okay, well, that would be really short, but. Hey guys! Welcome to Educating Jenny. You. Okay, let's go a little longer because this is how I grew up. I always had this length until I was like 13. And I finally started growing it out. And ever since then, it has not been that short. So this is what it would look like. Don't lie, Roxy. Okay, let's try a little longer, maybe. Oh, it is sort of cute. But I would hate it after like a day. I would be like, I need my hair back. It's cute. But I would need my hair back. It would make me sick. I would throw up all day if I didn't have it back. Hold on. Oh, it's so cuteness. Look at me. I look like a mom. Oh, it's kind of cute. Wait, why is it kind of cute? I don't think it would be as bad as I think it would. Hey, come here.
I mean, it's cute, but your long hair is beautiful. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super biased.
Maybe if I have the need to do it for something, like what would there be a need for? I don't know. Hallelujah. I'm sorry, I'm just a weirdo. I think it's that image that I put in my head growing up because I'm such a big lover, or was, of Disney princesses. Ooh, that sounds sturdy. Wow. I loved it. Like, I would always, if anyone cut my Barbie's hair, I would freak out. Like, I always just thought in my mind, I've got long hair to look like a princess. And my mom would always cut it short. So after the divorce, I started growing it out because she was too busy doing other things. So, and ever since then, I can't cut it short again. But maybe someday I will. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. If you cut it, you could get extensions. That's what people say. But how many people actually keep up with extensions that aren't famous and have to be like perfect looking? Like, I'm not talking about the Kardashians or anybody who's super famous that they could have a hairdresser come over every single day and make it look good. Like, nobody does that for real in real life. Nobody does that. And if they do, it lasts like a day and they get sick of it. And I've heard they're really uncomfortable and itchy. I just don't know if it'd be worth it. Who knows? I don't know. Thanks for what? Wait, what did I miss, Bridget? And then, did we finish your story, honey? Where did you go? Audrey? Oh, we have more. Hold on. I sat at a hidden spot at the end of the driveway, crying silently, and when I hear him, I go in to my neighbor's front yard, out of sight to the road, get in his car. Your neighbor's car? Okay. And then what? Oh, your test came back negative. Oh, that's good. Oh, that makes me feel so good. How's your uncle doing? Oh, that's good because you're very pregnant, so it's not a good combination from what I hear. No, I hear him. Oh, you hear your neighbor get in his car. Okay, then what? Why are you embarrassed? Don't be embarrassed. What are you embarrassed for? I wear tape and extensions. Really? They last 3 months. I really like them. I chemically ruin my hair and it helps me feel beautiful. Aww. I'm sure you're beautiful no matter what. Like, I'm not just saying that because you're a beautiful person inside. I know you inside, which makes you beautiful everywhere. And it's so much more expensive. You have to use 3 times the shampoo and conditioner product. True. I don't know. I just don't see myself keeping up on it. I see myself getting annoyed with it after like an hour and ripping them out. I don't know why. Oh, her dad? You hear her dad? You heard your dad get in his car. But you were hiding at the neighbor's house, but you heard your dad get into his car? So maybe he was going after you, or he thought he was going after you? I have a lot to say to you, Audrey, when you're done telling me, so tell me when it's the end of your story. Because I do have some things I want to say. He was trying to find me, okay? It really would. Oh, you have thin hair. Yeah. I love you, Kemi. Happy birthday. And I love you. I miss you, and I'm glad you're back. Don't feel pressured to come back all the time, but it's a really big, you're a big, words. Hold on. You're just a breath of fresh air. Not that the rest of you are not, but it's just always wonderful when someone from that you adore so much that you haven't heard from for a long time comes in and you're like, oh, what a surprise. Like, I love that more than anything. So thank you for popping in. I miss you and I love you, and happy birthday. Okay. Well, we love you. Then after 30 minutes, I hear cars pull up in our driveway and shut. At this point, I thought it was people. Sorry, I can't read today. I thought it was people to take me to a mental hospital. No, it was the cops. I saw them searching the backyard. Okay, is that the end of your story? That must have felt really scary to you. I'm sure that felt terrifying to you. Okay, I'll ask him after this, Karina. Thank you. Screenshot that so I remember. Thanks, Phil. Who has cancer, Lainey? I can't find where you said who that is. Oh, your aunt. My aunt needs surgery for cancer, but she can't get it because the hospitals are packed. That's so sad. It's happening with so many people and it just sucks. It pisses me off. One more reason that this is just the crappiest situation we've been in the world in a very long time, because people are dying simply because other cases are more serious or deserve it. And I get that. Like, the doctors can't help that. I mean, what are they going to do? They're just trying to do their best. But so many doctors have to make a decision. Do I save the cancer patient, or do I save the COVID patient, or do I, you know what I mean? Like, they have to choose. And can you imagine being a doctor and having a choice between two families, and you've talked to both of their families that are both waiting in the waiting room, and you can only choose one to do the surgery on? Can you imagine what they're going through? That they have to go tell the other family, I'm sorry, we don't have time, room, or supplies to do your loved one's surgery. It just sucks. The whole situation sucks, and I'm sorry that she's going through that, Weenie. I'm so sorry. Okay, Audrey said, I go Audrey and I have a really bad attitude. You go Audrey? Oh, is that like a thing? Okay, I go Audrey and I have a really bad attitude. They thought I was some spoiled kid who was mad because my parents told me I couldn't play Xbox. I could tell by their tone. The cops or your parents? Yeah, they're having to choose young over old. Yep. The cops. So I'm assuming, so what happened next? I'm assuming you just went back home, and what happened? You're not a sad gay block. Come on, stop, Harley. Yeah, we will be thinking of her. I'll be praying for her. And it's stuff like, I'm gonna cry. Crap. It's stuff like this that sometimes when I hear, and like, I know you kind of, Leanie. I kind of know you, and so it breaks my heart that you love somebody so much that's not going to be able to get a possibly life-saving surgery. She still could live, but I can't. I get sad. Last night, I even took pictures because, like, I never cry. I took pictures of myself, and then I was like, that would be really douchey to post it, but maybe I should, because all I was doing was seeing stories, reading a bunch of stories from people and what they're going through because of this epidemic or pandemic or whatever. And I just started crying. Like, I just started crying because I felt so sad for all these people that are losing their lives from the virus, and then all the people that are losing their lives because they can't get the care that they need because of the virus. Yeah. Dude, that had something hanging on it. Sorry. I usually do that off camera, and I remember why. Last time I do that, I promise. Oh yeah, April. They didn't. They didn't, and when you have 3 strikes, then we are taking you to jail for running away. That's what the cops told you. Okay, then what? Did you go home? How did it end? Did you get grounded? Did your parents talk to you about it? Did you cry? How did it end? Or did you just go home and go to your room? Like, I need to know where it's at now. Like, how did it end last night? You know what I mean? My uncle is still in the hospital, not doing better, but not doing worse. That's good at least. But he's on day 5, and supposedly the worst peak is around days 7 to 9. We are cautiously optimistic things could change anytime. Oh my gosh. I've been praying specifically for your uncle, just so you know. And I've told my family about your uncle, and they're praying for him too. I hope that's okay that I told him. But we were doing a big phone call with my whole family on Sunday. They were like, does anybody know anybody that has it? And I was like, no, but I know someone who knows someone. I was like, Bridget's uncle. And they were like, oh my gosh, tell her we're praying for him. Okay, I had a conversation with my parents and went to my room and realized I could have had a worse charge because of what was in my room. What was in your room, darling? Weapons, cutting stuff, or drugs, alcohol? Just tell me in a paragraph, because I have so much to say to you. Not good stuff. Okay. Well, that must have been really scary to have the cops called on you, and it's never fun to get drugs. Okay. It's never fun to get yelled at or in trouble or to get to the point where you feel like you have to run away. When I was older than you, I was 16. I ran away. It was right after I got my license, and I took my car and I drove 3 hours south. Like, I really left. It was horrifying. And in my experience, looking back, it's so bizarre to me because now as an adult, I think in a different way as I did when back then. But that's because that's a fact. Like, our brains aren't fully developed until a certain age, and that's why they have laws of you have to be a certain age to do this and that, because your brain is not. And I know you might not even hear me on this, because when I was your age, I didn't hear it either. People would tell me this and I was like, that's not true. I have the same brain as you, we all think the same, blah blah blah. But you don't, like, you don't have the full ability to feel the full, or to understand the full consequence of choices. And so I'm not trying to invalidate you, but I want you to just try your best to open your mind and realize that your parents called the cops, and it's absolutely what they should have done. And I know it was scary, and I know it sucked, and I know you probably felt like really ganged up on or really like misunderstood by them. But from their point of view, you're still a child technically, and I would actually be worried. I would be worried if your parents didn't call the cops, because I would be like, they don't even care about you. Your parents care. Your dad cares about you so much that he freaked out that you were gone and called the cops, instead of just being like, whatever, just let her go, whatever. In my experience, I mean, mine was probably, I don't know if mine was different from yours, but to be completely honest, I would say 75%, maybe 50% of the reason that I did it was to get attention from my parents, the boy that I liked, my friends, teachers, stuff like that. I totally did it mostly for attention. And again, that's something I didn't think of back then, though. That's the thing. Like, at the time, I wasn't thinking to myself, oh, I'm doing this for attention. But looking back, I know I was, because I was really cryptic about it. I left a note in the boy that I liked and was trying to get his attention always, no matter what. And so I left a note in his choir binder that he would find during third period. And all the note said was, tell my mom I'm okay, goodbye. And they all know I'm like suicidal and stuff. So I knew that he would call my mom, and I knew that my mom would freak out, and he would freak out, my stepdad would freak out, my whole family. And it was crazy. And when I got home, I got in so much trouble. The only reason I came home is because my sister Michelle finally, she's the one whose call I answered. But my mom kept calling me, my other sister kept calling me, my stepdad kept calling me, and then Michelle kept calling me, and I wouldn't answer. And in my mind, I was like, ooh, this is probably driving them nuts. I'm loving this, like that they're worrying about me, and serves them right because they're horrible people, blah, blah, blah. And Michelle finally texts me. This is when texting first started. So literally, it probably cost her $1 to text me or something. And she was like, Mom called the police and they're looking for you. And so I finally called Michelle back, and she talked me into coming back. So I went to her house because I was terrified to go home. Terrified, that's not true. I just wanted it to be more dramatic. I'm not saying this is you again. I'm just sharing my experience. If any of this resonates with you, then maybe I can help. And I got home and I was in so much trouble. I was grounded for life. Not really, but that's how they were acting. It was, you're grounded for life. You're never leaving again. How dare you do this, blah, blah, blah. And I took that as, you hate me. My family hates me. I'm all alone. My family hates me. They keep putting all these limitations on me because they hate me. No, they don't. They were putting limitations. They were worried sick out of their mind that they had to call the police to look for their daughter because they love me. If they didn't love me, they wouldn't give a shit. If your dad didn't love you, he wouldn't have done that. He would have just let you run away. And I'm sure that whatever it was that started this whole thing last night, I'm sure that I'm sure it was a big deal because your feelings are valid, okay? All of your feelings here are valid. And just ask yourself really what happened, and whatever the issue is, that's what you need to work on. Don't just run away from it. That's not going to fix anything. If you feel there's an issue between you and anyone in your home, especially your parents, then that's what you need to focus on. You don't need to focus on being like, oh my gosh, I hate myself. They'd be better off without me anyway, so I'm just going to leave. That's not going to fix anything. It's going to make it 10 times worse, 10 times more dramatic, and 10 times deflective into a different situation when really you need to focus on the issue and not all this stuff to deflect from it. Does that make sense? Yeah, it was for attention. Yeah, kind of, because my parents don't listen until I do crazy stuff. Yeah. So I kind of was, yeah, mine was for attention because my parents had just gotten divorced. My mom had just gotten remarried. The boy that I liked wouldn't like me back, and I liked girls and couldn't admit that yet. And so I felt really lonely, and I felt like no one was ever going to love me. And so at the time I was doing a lot of cutting and a lot of purging and a lot of self-destructive behavior. And when I did that, my mom would give me more attention. And so I completely understand. Like, so that's why in my mind, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be like the ultimate way that I can get her attention. And can I just say, Audrey, hold on. Can we just pause for a second? How freaking mature of you to admit right now, and you're 14 years old, to admit that you did it for attention. I don't think I've ever heard that from a 14-year-old. You are very mature for your age. Holy crap. Girl, recognize that. But yeah, your family loves you. Please try and talk to them about the issues instead of just leaving or scaring them or you're punishing them, really, is what you're trying to do. You're trying to scare them, trying to put more stress on them because you're mad at them and they're mad at you and whatever, but that's not going to fix anything. It's going to prolong stuff because it's going to blow it up into something 10 times worse than it needs to be. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You are mature. Of course it's immature to run away, but you were mature in admitting that it was for attention. That shows me that you're capable of getting through this at a younger age than I thought you would, because if someone would have told me at the time exactly what I'm telling you, if we had social media back then and there was a woman that was 20 years older than me telling me these things, I would be like, I would never do that for attention. Are you kidding? That's despicable. Who would do that? I would never do that. Like, you're brave enough to be honest and be like, yeah, it kind of was for attention because my mom only gives me attention when I do bad things. That's very grown up thinking of you, for you to think about that. Most kids don't think about that. So, yes, you are mature and you should be proud of yourself. But what I want you to do with this is continue that and go to your parents, your dad, both. Did you say your mom is in the mix? I know your dad is the one that called. And just say, hey, can we sit down and talk for a minute? And like, if something is going on in your house where they're going to be distracted, it's not a good time. If they're in the middle of cooking dinner, if they're watching a TV show, if they're getting ready for bed, like, ask them to set apart a time for 1 hour. And if it has to be tomorrow, that's fine. But at least go set it up. Set up a time where there could be absolutely no distractions, nothing else going on in the house. If so, go for a drive, go to the park, go somewhere else. Make sure you're alone, make sure your phones are off, all that stuff. Make sure they have your full attention and ask them to please hear you. And do it in a loving way, because the softer you are in asking them for what you need, the softer they're going to be giving it back. And then just sit down and explain to them what's been going on and tell them what you told us, why you ran away. Tell them, be brave, you can do this. Tell them, I ran away because I need your attention and you're not giving it to me. You only give me attention when I do bad things. And that's why I ran away, and that's why I do this, and that's why I do that, and all the other things. And then that will open the conversation of, well, why though? But why are you even thinking like that? Well, because mom, I'm going through this, and I'm going through this, and I'm going through this. And, again, at the beginning, ask them to please not interrupt you and just try and hear what you feel, not just what you're going through, but how it's making you feel inside. And they're your parents. They love you. If they didn't love you, you wouldn't be living with them. You'd be on the street. They wouldn't care about you. They do love you. They called the police after, 1 minute of you leaving? He immediately called the police. Like, you are loved, honey. You are. I just think that you're misunderstood. But you can't be understood by them unless you have a more mature conversation and what's the word? I just lost my train of thought. What's the word I'm looking for? I forget. It starts with a C. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Oh, and I will tell you this. Courageous, no. It's along the lines of confront. I don't know. But anyway, I do want to say this too. I just thought of this because I didn't tell you this part. When my mom came to my sister's house, because I was at my sister's house, I didn't dare to go home. And my sister called mom and said, okay, I've got her. She's fine. Come get her. So when I did finally go home, I remember looking at my mom and thinking, I just broke her heart. And why did I do that? Because I needed to. I remember thinking, as a 16-year-old little girl, thinking, my mom's heart is broken, but I needed that to happen for some reason. And if you know me at all, you know that my mom is my best friend in the entire world. She always has been. I have been attached at that woman's hip since the day I was born. I hate that she lives 25 minutes away from me now, where she used to live 5 minutes away. She used to live right upstairs for forever. I am so attached to my mother, and I always have been like that. So for me to have a thought of, my mom is so pissed, my mom is so hurt, and I am so glad, it had nothing to do with her. It was me. I was so hurting, and I didn't speak up. I didn't converse. I didn't, where's the word again? I didn't communicate. Thank you. That's the word. Communicate. I did not communicate with her what I was going through. So how could she have known? There were many times where she would, you know, find out, well, she didn't find out a lot about my cutting, but she did here and there. Or she would find out I was still purging after she had found out that I was. She would find that out. And I would always like, well, because I'm hurting. Okay, why are you hurting? I just am. Leave me alone. That's all I would do. I never once sat down with her and was like, Mom, the divorce was very traumatizing. What happened the last day before our family split up was very traumatizing. I'm cutting more than what you know. I'm purging more than what you know. I'm attracted to girls as well as boys, and I'm terrified to tell you. Like, if I would have sat down and told her what was at the core, and I'm having all these memories with Dad, and I didn't even have them all at that time, but it was enough to make me feel that way at that time, which is crazy. If I had done that back then, she would have understood. You know what I mean? I tell them and they say it'll get fixed with age. You tell them what? What do you tell them? It sucks because I also understand that I am really lucky to have really good parents, and I know that a lot of people out there don't. And if that's the case for you, Jesse, I was just gonna say that. Oh my gosh, we're like on the same wavelength. I was just gonna say that. Write them a letter, because that way you can get all your feelings out without them interrupting and being like, well, but why would you do that? Blah, blah. No, get it all out, and then maybe when you go to talk to them, if they keep interrupting you because you asked them not to, then you can pull out the letter and read it to them, or just give it to them, or you can just pass all the talking and just give them the letter and see what happens, and just tell them and be very specific about what you're going through and what you need. That I need help, and that I'm hurting and cutting, and why I am. That's what you need to tell them. Right there. That's it. You say, I'm cutting myself, I'm doing drugs, or I'm hiding drugs, I don't know the situation. I'm hurting, I'm depressed, I want to die, I think you guys would be better off without me, all I do is cause problems in the world, like whatever you're feeling. And then say what you need. Say, you are doing drugs. Okay, so say, I need help, I need to go to therapy, I might need to go to a rehab center. You probably do if you're 14 and doing drugs, but I'm not gonna like decide that because I'm not your parent, so I don't know. There is a reason that you're not an adult yet. There's a reason that you can't make those decisions for yourself, and that your parents have to make those decisions. Because, like I was telling you before, your brain isn't fully developed yet, and that's why you're not allowed to make major life decisions like that without your parents. So, they aren't addictive drugs. I know, but they're not. What drugs are not addictive? I thought they're all addictive. But either way, the fact that you're doing drugs at 14 years old is something. So you could at least say, I need therapy for sure, because you do. Come on. Weed isn't addictive? Oh, I thought it was. Anyway, tell them what you need is what I mean. Be specific. Be like, I need a therapist, or I need help with my counselor at school, or I need a tutor to help me in school, or I need to go to residential treatment for, drugs and cutting. Weed is addictive. That's what I thought. Be very specific of what you think you need. And if you're not brave enough to want to ask for that now, again, can I just like beg you? I wish that I would have done that when I was your age. No, it's just considered substance abuse. Okay, well, that's the same thing, isn't it? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, well, even that's worrisome, especially because you're 14. So, and the fact that you cut yourself and you've got this terrible self-esteem, guaranteed it's going to turn into an addiction real quick. Guaranteed. You don't want that to happen. Trust me. Please trust me. Please trust all the other people here who are much older and who have been through similar things, that You're so, I know it sounds condescending when I say this, but you're so young. You have so much life ahead of you. Holy crap, if I could go back, 14 was the worst year of my life. The worst. That's the year that it was right after my period started. I was going through, what's it called? Oh my gosh, my brain. Puberty. I was going through puberty. That was around the time I knew for sure that I liked girls. Also, really scary. Never could say it out loud. That's when my bulimia started. That's when I was diagnosed with 5 of my diagnoses, my big medical diagnoses. That's when my mom got remarried. That's when I moved to different schools and left all my friends and went through self-harm and all that. Like, 14 years old was my absolute worst year of my life. Except last year. Last year was pretty bad too. But anyway, I just wish that I would have had somebody 20 years older than me that was in my place back then and showing me the consequences now. Because you don't want to, I got a therapist, but you can't afford it. Okay, if you can't afford therapy, that's what school counselors are there for. They're trained. They are trained to help you, and if it's something that they can't help you with, then they at least will have accessibility to therapists that you can afford, because that's absolutely a thing. So no matter, my point is you can find a resolution for this. You just have to do it. And I wish I would have done it at your age. I think that at your age, where I was at your age, it would have helped me a lot to go inpatient and go to therapy regularly. I went to therapy. I started going to therapy at 14 as well, but it wasn't very often at first. It took me a few years to start going really, really often. I don't know. I just think it just like strikes a chord with me because I think of my story and I always go back to age 14. And I'm just like, if I could talk to little 14-year-old Shanny and just be like, girl, you might feel fine right now. It might not be affecting you that greatly right now, but girl, you're not gonna be able to stop and you're gonna lose all your dreams of being a mom. You're gonna go through the most excruciating pain possible and losing your teeth and losing friends and family and relationships that are the most important thing to you, and you're going to spend your days with your head in the toilet and a blade in your hand, and your health is going to be destroyed. And I just if I could go back, I would. I see my school counselor, but he's really busy. Can only see him once a month. But you need to speak up. He might not know how bad it is. Does he know how bad it is? It's a big deal, hun. Like, it's a big deal that it's so bad that you feel you need to run away, and then your parents are calling the cops. That makes me think that it's really, really bad. And also do yourself a favor, because I wish I would have done this too. And maybe when you go and talk to your parents and ask them to listen, maybe one of the first things you can say is, I'm not kidding, listen. You could say, thank you for caring about me. Thank you for loving me. At first I was pissed that you called the cops, but then I was like, oh, you really just love me. So thank you for that. Because that might boost I don't know, that might soften their hearts a little bit. Because you should thank them for that. You should. It's a good thing. It's a good thing what he did. Right, Caitlin, me too. Exactly, just like a soft, fluffy sweater. Shanny, I have a question. How did you get past trauma? And how do you help someone who has been through it? I'm still not past my trauma because more keeps coming back to my memories. Um, but the stuff I have gotten through, there's a lot of things that have helped. But the main things are having a partner and a mother. My mom and my husband are extremely patient, extremely loving, and very open hearted and very desire very much to help. And so they've listened to me talk about these things over and over for hours on end and just keep comforting me and that. And then it's honestly the other biggest thing that's helped me besides like prayer, but that I wasn't doing every day. But the other, besides that, is you guys, the internet, and hearing from so many people that you're going through the same things. That made me feel not alone, which made me feel, I don't know, a little bit more motivated to try and move on from it because it was killing me. And that's when I forgave my biggest abuser, my dad. And the day I did that, it felt like that darkness was lifted. Like probably 75% of my darkness was lifted that day. I'm not kidding. And now every time a new memory comes up, I just deal with it when it does, little by little. So I don't even know if it'll ever go away, but you get stronger the more you deal with it. Each new memory, each new trauma, you keep dealing with it, and then you're strong enough to handle the next one. If that makes sense. Danny's very patient, yes. I know it hurts that he doesn't listen. That's why you need to specifically ask him to listen in a kind way where he's going to hear you. Maybe it would be better for you to write a letter first. You could even just write a short letter and say, I need you to hear me, what I'm going through, because I need your help. If you tell your parent that you need your help, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do whatever it is, even if they're not happy about it, okay? Even if he's grumpy about it and, oh, we can't afford therapy and, oh, you're costing so much money for you to go to therapy, at least he's paying for it. Take it and work with it and be grateful for what you can get. Even if he's going to be stupid like that. Hopefully he won't, but you never know. I couldn't get therapy when I was a little girl because we didn't have the money, so I never dared to ask. But I know that, again, in hindsight, looking back, if I had said something, I know that my grandparents would have helped me with therapy, or I could have gone to the school and asked them to find therapy that was free for me, or I would have gone to my church and found the free therapy there. Like there's options out there. You just have to speak up and work a little harder to find them sometimes. But if it gets to the point where they figure out a way to pay for your therapy and they're not happy about it, fine, let them not be happy about it, because they'll be happy later when they see the result that it helped you, because you're a strong ass woman that can get through anything, and you will. I truly believe that about you. But you have to stop now. You can't continue down the road that you're going on, babe. You can't. It's just gonna get worse, and it's gonna kill you someday. I just feel it. How do you forgive an abuser? I feel like forgiveness is such a personal process for every person. For me, the religion that I'm a part of, forgiveness is encouraged to be done through the atonement and looking at what Jesus Christ did for us, and so that people could repent of their sins and so that people could be forgiven, not necessarily for the abuser, but for yourself. Like, I didn't forgive my dad for my dad's sake. I forgave him for my sake. And And I needed that burden to be lifted. I needed to be able to open my windows and not be afraid that he was going to be watching me 24/7, or I needed to be brave enough to go out to the store by myself without panicking that he was following me, which wouldn't happen, but that's how scared I was, and that's how damaged I was. And it's been years since I even saw him that this stuff started happening. So I don't know. I think for me it was just I needed it. Like I was going to die. I was literally going to kill myself if I didn't figure out a way to get over it, because that's how painful it was every single day. But yeah, if you're asking about the process though, I feel like it's personal for every person. For me, I did use the atonement and story and the knowledge that I do have, and then I also just kind of followed what I felt was right inside, and I needed to see him do the hard work as well. I needed to see him do better, and that helped me to see that. But I know not everybody has that, so it might not be possible for everybody to forgive their abuser the same way that I did. So I don't know. If you believe in praying or whatever, then just say a prayer and ask for guidance on how you should do it. I don't know. You're welcome, Audrey. We love you a lot, and yeah, I'm not ready to leave this road yet. It's the only road I've ever seen. That's super cute. That's true. You can find other roads. There are so many roads. Do you know how many streets are in this planet? I don't know what I was about to say, but it wasn't planet. Lark? Others? That's not a word. Tired. Yeah, there's so many roads. You have the power to change your life. Holy crap. So do it, girl. You can do whatever you want to do. You're still young enough that all of this probably isn't going to affect you yet, but it will the older you get, trust me. So take this, run with it, and you do whatever your heart wants you to do with your life and work towards it. You can do anything. I believe in you hardly, like so hardcore, you have no idea. Okay, I need to go to bed. Yes, please come back. Keep us posted tomorrow. Unless anything else comes up. Yeah, come back tomorrow, and unless I'm not doing okay for some reason, we'll do more of these tell me your woes, and we can all try and help each other, because I also love looking at the comments, and all of your guys' comments are being so loving and helpful toward the person I'm talking to. Like that just, oh, you have no idea what that does. It makes me feel so happy. Like all of you are being so selfless to take this time to stick around and help this person that you don't even know in real life. And you guys are beautiful. I hope you all know how awesome you are. I really do. And if you don't know, then allow me to tell you, you are that way for the forgiveness of your souls to depart into the butterfly of your heart that flutters until it turns into the fairy dust stuff, like on Peter Pan. And then you take the fairy dust and you're like, ooh, I could spread my dust to other people, so I'm gonna. And then that's what's gonna make the world better. So collect your dust, spread your dust, and be sure to sprinkle that dust on yourself first, because you deserve it. We are lucky to have one another. Our community is amazing. I love you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to go. I love you all. Hang in there. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember forever always that you're beautiful, you're worth it, and I am too. Oh, Tiffany's doing a live tomorrow. Cool. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. What time is that for me? I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, save it if I can't make it to the live. Do you want to save it, or do you not want to? You probably won't want to save it though. But if you do, I don't know. But I'll try and be there. 11 for me. Okay. If I'm awake, I'll be there. I should be awake. I've been getting up earlier lately. I'll let you know, Tiff. I'll let you know. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Mwah. Have a wonderful night and hang in there. Not literally. Okay. Bye, guys.